Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome along to this very special Level Up event. We have an amazing special guest today. I've just had to quickly run inside for this. I normally sit outside when I do these events, but it has just started pouring down. So if you hear that noise in the background, that's like a monsoonal shower here in Fiji. But welcome to the call. I'm excited that you could give up the time and jump on live because I know a lot of people struggle with that. And we do have the recordings available, but there's something about being on live that's just priceless. And we have a very special guest today. And I was actually just thinking when I was thinking about, okay, I've got Miss Angee Hernandez, Green Diamond from Arizona in the US coming on. I thought, how am I going to go about edifying and introducing her? And I stopped and thought about it. 12 months ago, Angee, you and I were hanging out in New Zealand and we were just about to, I guess within a week or so, it was like we're in New Zealand and then you're going to come here for a few weeks and hang out here. And that's when everything went sideways and it was looking like you were going to get stuck in New Zealand. And then you got back and you got through the quarantine and man, the world's gone crazy in just the last 12 months. But you know, what's amazing is as much as the world has gone completely sideways and lost the plot, we're all able to still not just run this business, but thrive in this business. And a big piece of that puzzle piece is social media. The world's a pretty small place when it comes to social media, and Miss Angee Hernandez, not only has she achieved Green Diamond in this business, but her and her partner are both social media experts. And when I was thinking about this training, I thought, what can we do for the average person? Because we're not the average person like you and I, we aren't social media experts, but what can we get from a social media expert? And this is where Angee's going to come on today, and she's going to share with you a few of the key things that we must be doing on social media if we're going to build a successful business here. So I'm not going to take any more time. I'm going to pass it directly over to Miss Angee Hernandez.
Hello, hello. First of all, can you guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear,
Awesome.
Angee.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here. And yes, absolutely. 1 year ago, we were in New Zealand, in Australia. We had an amazing tour plan. And we even had like a vacation where we wanted to go to Bali. And unfortunately, things didn't happen the way that we wanted, right? But how many times in our life had anything happen like that? That we wanted to do something different, that we wanted to grow our business, that we wanted to do, like have an amazing time, and things don't turn the way that it should be, or the things that we're planning. And that's what happens sometimes with our business. And most important, that's what happens in any type of network marketing company. Things are always changing. Things are always evolving, and changing is not bad at all. Changing means that we're growing. We're getting to the next step. We're getting to the next rank, to the next challenge, because it's all about going through these challenges. And there's two things that it can happen when a challenge occurs. One, it can be like, okay, this is the worst thing that it can happen in my life, and my life is over, my business is over, I can't do anything, and might as well I'll just go back to my job, or might as well just go back to my old life. The second thing that it can happen in a challenge or in a situation that is not predictive is to be like, okay, well, this is an opportunity to get ahead of the game, to grow and to learn something different. And that's what happens in social media. I definitely was one of the person that at the beginning of my career, I was absolutely not, I don't like social media. 6 years ago, I did not have a Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or absolutely nothing. I mean, I was old school. I wanted to talk to people in person and go to their houses, or just get meetings, go coffee shops, anything like that. And I always thought that social media was one of those things where you just waste your time. Now, with all the challenges and all the things, especially last year, I discovered that it's not a hobby or something to waste your time and to look at, like TikTok videos of people dancing. It's more about a necessity for people to get connected again, for people to understand that they're not alone. And this is why it's so important to have a social media presence, because one of the first things that we think about social media is like, I'm not an influencer. I don't do makeup. I'm not a fitness model. I can't take those pictures. And those are things that we think we have to post in social media, but there's not. What we need to do, and I'm going to give you 5 things that you can start your social media without being a guru in social media and learning things. This is 5 things that you can take your social media, whatever platform, to start changing. So the first thing, the most important, number one, is that you want to make sure you know who you are in social media. So again, we all wanted to be like the model. We wanted to dance those TikTok. Have you ever, guys, tried to do one of those challenges and dance? And it's like super bad. I actually tried it one time and I failed. Like, I was like, I can't be famous, or I can't recruit or get more followers because I can't do those challenges. And this is the thing. The key of social media is, number one, understanding who you are in social media. We all have gifts, passions, and talents. We can be like somebody else. We can't pretend to be like Mr. James Bradford. We can't pretend to be like Mrs. Julia Torhill. We can't just copy somebody else. What we need to do is we need to have those passions and talents and then become an expert on it. So the first thing to find those things is start doing a list of the things that you love to do. Like, what are your passion? And this is going to be crazy. It doesn't have to be about business or nutrition or health or anything like that. I'm going to teach you at the end how you can put those together with Kayani. But most important to have the presence is that we can be just like a catalog. We can't be just like, like selling something. What we need to do is we want to become an expert or coach, mentor, influencer in our passion. So I want you guys to make a list of at least 10 things that you're good at. It can be something like cooking. It can be like listening to somebody, working with people in relationships, maybe animals, maybe fitness, maybe diets, maybe motivation, maybe coaching, maybe business, anything, absolutely anything. Every single little thing that you think, I want you to write 10 things. Now, from those 10 things, this is going to be step number 2. We're going to identify which one of those do you want people to know you by. Example, if you choose business coaching, kind of like, like business coaching, do you want people in the whole world to know you as a business coach? Is that your passion? Is that something that will you do for free? Are you willing to create content, teach, do videos or posts or anything about business coaching? So if your answer is yes, then that is your brand. So that's what we're going to start creating, like a branding, like creating your name, creating like a title, creating something like that. But again, it has to be something that you're passionate about because it's about creating value. The social media is about not posting a pretty picture in perfect makeup and perfect family. It's about creating the value so people can follow you, not just because you have an amazing social media with a Louis Vuitton bag. It's because you are teaching them something. Things have changed. Definitely before it was all about the looks and the cars and the money and things like that. But nowadays people need mentors. Nowadays people need a coaching. And it's not that you don't need to have a title. You don't need to have a university, something that you can do. Example, the other day I was teaching this to somebody and then this person said, I don't have any talents. I don't know, like, I don't have anything. And I'm like, okay, tell me what you're good at. And then we started digging and talking. It's like, I love listening to people. And I mean, all I know how to do is teach people how to love, like how to, create good relationships, like how to be in love. I'm like, okay, don't you think that is amazing? How many of you would love to have somebody will you follow somebody in social media that it teach you how to create better relationship with your husband or wife? I will follow that. how many of you will follow somebody to give you a tip, maybe like ideas for dating, or maybe just to spark your relationship again? And I will totally follow somebody. And I asked everybody who was connected in this Zoom, over 100 people, every single person said, I will totally follow that person. So that's when we find, and the guy who was telling me about this, he said it as a joke. He's like, this is the only thing I'm good at. I'm like, well, that is something that everybody in the world is needing. And that's what I want you to find out. Even if it's something small, people out there are looking for it. I need you guys to find out your niche market. We all want to target and recruit and sell to everybody. That is the biggest mistake. Yes, of course, we do sell the products and recruit everybody if we want it. But in social media, you need to be very, very niche market. So once you have the first step is your passions, talents. The second thing is choosing from all those passions and talents, which one will be your title? Like which one will be your thing? Number 3, I want you to start making a note, who will be your ideal client for your niche market? Example, let's see if somebody, you're really good at like a vegan diets. So, and that's your passion, you know a lot of stuff, you know the content, you want people to know you as somebody expert in vegan lifestyle, diets, things like that. So now, who will you target? That's step number 3. Who will be your ideal target? Because yes, you can do, coaching about a vegan, but are you targeting somebody who is like 50 or older, or somebody who's younger? What if it's a woman or a man? What if it's somebody pregnant? What if it's somebody who does exercise? Every single one is completely different. The more niche market you have it, the better content, and the more people are going to see you as an expert. So let's say in this example will be like a vegan expert for women who are pregnant. And so guess what? All your content is going to be targeted to this people, this niche market. You're going to become so like that influencer, because how many people are teaching about vegan diets? Hundreds of people. But how many people specifically are teaching about vegan diets for pregnant women, right? So that is 100% completely. More people will follow you, and more people will like see you. So that's just something. Who is your niche market? My niche market, for example. So I want people to know me as a online business coach. That's my title. That's what I love to do, and that's what I love to teach. So online business coach. But my niche market are women between 25 to 35 years old who are immigrant Latinas in another country. So it's very niche. Every single thing that I do is for that market. Why? Because that's step number 4. Step number 4 is finding what are the problems or necessities from that niche market, right? And how can you solve them? So how can you solve, let's say, a woman who is Latino, immigrant in another country from that age? The problem is that they want to be an entrepreneur and help their family. So how can I personally solve that problem? What can I teach? And that's why it becomes easier to start doing content. So that's when step number 4 is the key, because that's when you're going to find out what kind of content are you going to create, what kind of videos you're going to create, because you can talk specifically to that type of market. Except going back to the example of the guy who, the relationship guide. So he decided to work with couples that are just starting a relationship, like a 1-year relationships. So what are the struggles? So now number 4, he started finding out what are the struggles with somebody who are just starting a relationship the first year. And he started putting like tons of information. He would say like, well, they have communication problems. They still don't know each other. They don't know what are the pet peeves. So all these things are titles or things that he can work in content. And that's when it becomes important for you to work in your passion, because if you do that, if you know what are the problems and how you can solve them, then what I personally do is that I don't spend a lot of time in my social media, even though a lot of people think I do, but I don't, because I already have my niche market, my passion, my talent, and I do it because I love it and I do have a lot of information about it. On Sundays, or whatever day you want to choose, but I do it on Sundays, I take 3 to 4 hours to start working in all the content in all my social medias for the next week. Now, I run like 4 different social medias. You don't have to take that many hours. It can be done in 1 hour, where you can just create titles of, like, for example, how to food to avoid in a vegan diet if you're pregnant. That's an amazing title. And you can just do a video, or you can do a picture, you can do anything, and then you create this. So now people are gonna start following you and then sharing your information, because you're creating there's so much value on it that people wants to be like you. And that's how you become an influencer. And that's how you become quote unquote famous, not because you have this amazing makeup or purse, it's because you're giving them something to follow you with. And now step number 5, well, again, and then on Sundays, what I do is just put everything together and like just set up, like I always do, at least 2 videos per week, and then pictures, and three pictures per week. I do Facebook lives, and I just set it up. It's just like, okay, Monday I'm gonna post this, Tuesday I'm gonna do a video about this type of business, or mindset or whatever, and I already have all the content. So it's super simple because I do it on Sunday and I just know what to post, what time to post it, and that's it. Now, step number 5 is how to integrate Kayani and our business with, your passion. Because you may think like, what does it have to do like relationships with our products and our business? And if you think about it, our business is so amazing that, first of all, everybody needs our products, no matter what personality is, or what talent, or what your, your influences is. And second, everybody needs a different source of income. So the way that we put it all together, example, in my case, I'm supposed to be expert in online business. So what is the, sunrise or sunset have to do with business? Well, the way that I do it is that at least once a week, one of those posts, minimum, at least 2, can be two or 1 post, it has to do about the business. Example, I will create a post, a video, or whatever I want to do, talking about the importance of having energy in business, or the importance of sleeping minimum of 7 hours so you can have more success in your business, right? So I will just like Google things, the importance of sleeping better, what are the facts of sleeping better, and then I always end with like call of action. That's why in the last 5 years I've been taking this fish oils, because it absolutely helped me sleep. But guess what? At the beginning, I'm giving them that that information that is so valuable, why they need to sleep better. Same thing with if you're working in diets, or if you want to be coach. We all know the benefits of our products. So the key and the idea to creating this value information is working with the benefits of the product. Example, we all know that Sunset, you can sleep better. We need fish oil, all this stuff. But what are the benefits of sleeping better, right? So what is the best benefit of sleeping better? Well, having more energy, more focus, more concentration, and more, happiness, I guess. So what can you say? So in your post about business, example, say like, can you imagine living a life that you have everything in control with? And those are the benefits of the sunset. And the same thing with the sunrise, and the same thing with every single of our products. So to end it, it's super simple. Many people have very, scared about social media. I want you guys to think about it. It's you. Who do you want to show your life to? Like, what do you want people to know you? Like, if in 10 years from now, everything is going to keep growing in social media, there's going to be a lot more social media coming, like everything, more business are going to be home-based business. It's going to be more online. So in the next 10 years, how would you like people to know about you? What will be the title of your book? What do you want people to say about you? This person is amazing because she helped so many animals, or she helped so many relationships. He helped so many women. What do you want people to say about you? Something that is a passion. Second, write down all your passion, talents, things that you love to do. From that, then second, you're gonna choose which one is your top, like your title, what it is. The third, you wanna choose your niche market. From that passion, who are you gonna target? And number four, what are the problems of this, type of market, the type of client? Sorry, that was number three still. Like having the niche customer, who is your ideal customer and what are the problems? Number four, what can you create and what are the things that you can do to solve those problems, and what are you going to be using? What is the value that you're going to create for everybody? And that's when you start creating videos. You're going to start creating things. You don't have to post every single day. You can start by posting twice per day, and then you're going to find out you're going to love it, because that's something that you're passionate about. You love it. People are going to start asking you questions because you sound like an expert, not somebody who's trying to sell anything. And the last step is try to add, how can you match, the benefits of the product, the benefits of Kayani with my ideal customer. So sometimes, many times, I don't talk about all the products. I just talk about how amazing it is to have energy when you're an entrepreneur, or how amazing it is to sleep better so you have more energy. And those are the things that is going to start changing your social media. There's so many techniques. There is so much information. There's so many things. But the most important thing is just starting with who you are. And I think that is the key, because once you start posting things that you love and you're creating value and you're teaching people something, people are going to love it. And you can create those true relationships when later on you can say, you know what, I'm able to do this, what I love, because I have a business that I work from home and I can work it anywhere. So I have time to create all this freedom and all this value. So I hope you guys, I know this call is like 20 minutes. I'm like 25 minutes already, but I hope you guys get some value about this and then start using social media. Choose one platform that it resigns more to you. It can be Facebook, it can be Instagram, it can be TikTok, it can be anyone, honestly, and all you can create a community of people that love you, follow you, not because you're copying somebody else. It's because you are you, and because you are giving something that people need out there. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for being all here connected. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend and week. But most important, use social media. It is the way of the future, and it is the way to grow the business. Last year, 1 year ago, I was working pretty much 90% offline, and a little bit offline and social media. With COVID and all these things that happened, I had to put everything online, and my business has grown more to many more countries than ever before. Just because I switched everything, I started creating, who is my customer? Who do I want to talk to? What is the content? And I know my social media is all in Spanish, but you guys, if you follow me, you can see there's a lot of difference, because now I'm posting more stuff with value, with content, with things that people are like, oh, I want to save this. This is amazing. I didn't know about these taxes. I didn't know about this. I didn't know about that stuff. And I've been able to sell more products, a lot more products, and recruit more more people without talking about, please get into this business. So Michael, thank you so much for inviting me here. If you guys need anything, any questions, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to do a part 2 to help you more, and like anything.
Amazing, Angee. Thank you very much. You've blown my mind on a couple of things there, but something you said, that I've had this awareness of the last 6 months or so, how much social media has changed, where, just having the ripped six pack or the good bikini body photo, like people are unfollowing that sort of content because there's no value, because it's just, it's rubbing, I guess it's rubbing our face in their amazing life, right? And making us feel bad instead of empowering us and adding value. So it has changed, but the niche thing that you spoke about, the challenge that I've found, or the biggest challenge that I've found with Kyani personally and with the people I work with, and you said it, our product is for absolutely anyone and everyone, and so is our business. But if you try and market to anyone and everyone, then you just be like you're drowning. You're literally drowning. You've got to narrow that down and target it down to the most minute, tiny little speck of the market, which is still gigantic for us as an individual, to be able to bring value to and take and build relationships there and then attract those people to the business. But you've given everyone a really good system, the step-by-step system, because we all know if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. You can't fake this stuff. You can't fake social media. As you said, you can't just copy someone who's killing it because you're not them. And you've given everyone a fantastic, simple to follow, solid plan where, regardless of who we are, we can implement that into our business and be real on social media and attract the right people. But just before I let you go, what would be your hot top tips for people's, like, their profile picture and their banner picture? Let's say on social, on either of the platforms, their profile picture.
Absolutely. And of course, so once we find out who we want to be targeted to our niche market, the most important thing is look like that person that we want, people to follow. So want to make sure your picture is you, not your dog, not your cat, not some, not a bunch of people. You, most important, if people can see your eyes and your smile, it is absolutely incredible. It doesn't have to be the face. It doesn't have to be professional. It's just, everything starts with our eyes. So that is important, so people can recognize you. The second and most important is having your description. Don't put diamond in Kyani or jade in Kyani. Why? Because nobody know what a jade is. I mean, like, if you're not in Kyani, if somebody tells you, I don't know, purse in Kyani. What does purse in Kyani mean for you? Absolutely nothing. So a title doesn't mean anything to anybody. Now, who is a jade in Kyani? It's an entrepreneur, it's a business coach, it's a health coach. That is what people need to know. So instead of putting a rank or a title of diamond, jade, pearl, all these things, think about what does that mean for people. That means freedom. I teach people how to become financially free. I teach people about nutrition. I'm an entrepreneur mom. Online business expert, all those things. That is super key. And the most important, keep it super safe. Don't talk about religion, politics, anything like that. Remember, you want to become an influencer. You want to become a person who people follow you for, to learn something. So what are those things? Just to have everything clear. It's super, super easy. Try not to change your profile picture that much. Just because people, once they recognize you and start seeing you psychologically, like if they see the post and they see another picture, they think I was somebody else. But if you keep your picture for a long time, people are like, oh, it's Angee again. It's Angee again. Let's look at what she posted. Look at what she posted. So there's just like super small tips. So clean up all your Facebook with any picture that you don't want people to see. Like maybe you're in a bar. Maybe, like, I don't know, clothes that you don't want people to see. Maybe if you don't want people to see your kids, then you don't post those pictures or put them private. Things that you don't want people to see, just put them private or don't post it. Remember that social media is a tool for us to build our business. You can have social media for your own family. You can have social media for business, but make sure the one that you're using for business is you, is private, and you're giving so much value without trying to become like a catalog of Kayani products, because we're not a catalog. We are a coach, a mentor, entrepreneur who are empowering people to and supporting a company who does this.
Amazing.
And that's
Thank you so much, Angee. We really appreciate you coming on. I know that you had a few challenges. We've had this. I've been so excited about this training for like a couple of weeks. We've had this up our sleeve for a couple of weeks, and you got stuck in some bad traffic. And it would have been really easy to say, "Hey, I'm in some traffic. I'm not going to be able to make it. I can't, be where I want to be to do this." But true champion. You've delivered. You've over delivered. And like I said, given everyone, regardless of where they're at or who they are, a solid plan where they can get some consistency to it and start producing results on social media. So really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on, and can't wait until the time comes around where we can physically catch up again somewhere in the world.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing day. And definitely let's keep growing and helping so many people, because this business has changed and it will be changing so many lives, especially right now that there's so many people who needs more help and another way to make extra money. So have an amazing day, and well, I'll talk to you guys very.
Okay, thank you, Angee. See you guys.
Thank you.